Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where fun, fair and love live, but survival is paramount. For those of you who have stick with me, thank you. And for those of you who are just coming, welcome. And we really do appreciate you. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell so you will get all my upcoming video. Now, tonight's video is not going to be a long one, but I think it's an important one with an important topic that we need to speak about. Everyday topic, everyday issue that we can all speak about. Now, it's a topic of hygiene. And this is a sore issue when it comes to some people practicing proper hygiene. No, I think from we are young, it, for most people, it is impressed upon us that we should practice proper hygiene. Bathe, we should brush our teeth, wash our hair, and for those who have a broader surface or is a little bit bigger than the other person, it's only natural. If you have a larger surface, then it's only natural that that will take more time to clean. So for those of us who have a little bit more meat in our body, we need to spend time and to wash specific areas properly. It's really uncomfortable when you are in a setting, and I'm certain people who are at work, church, in the supermarket, standing in the line behind someone, standing in front of someone who breathes, and you can smell the unpleasant smell. The person who is in front of you, the hair smells awful. Sometimes you see people really checking themselves. You see them smelling the arms, and that's okay. But you do that before you get to a certain point. And for those people who thinks that it's not important to really take a shower daily and to wash your hair on a regular basis, there are some people who are opposed to that. No, I was told by a particular person that us Jamaicans are the first and the only people that she encounter that will declare that okay, so I'm going to go downtown now. I'm going to bathe and go downtown. So she's wondering if that is something that we Jamaicans do in order to say to the other person, okay, so if you see me outside dressed and ready, please note that I have taken a shower and I fixed myself properly. Or she's wondering if it's just a case where when we say that, then that should prompt you to go and do same. So I don't know. They say that Jamaicans are the nation or the only people that try to impose their hygiene standards on people. So they'll want to tell you when to bathe, how long you should bathe. You understand me? And how often you should bathe. One lady declared that she don't think she do anything on a daily basis that warrants her to bathe on a daily basis. So she's fine when she feels like it, she'll do just that. Otherwise, from that, she'll wake up, she'll brush her teeth, and she'll change her clothes, and she thinks that's good enough. Now, from another perspective, where you have people who, because of certain hygiene practices, they might get certain I'm not going to say disease, infections and all of that. And even though some people might catch certain things through certain means, they still don't take care of themselves. So they won't go to the doctor when they detect an odor that is not right. They won't go to the doctor when they look and they see things look funny and so on. And they'll have intimate encounter with others and pass it along. So we ought to be careful. um, One lady share her experience where she had encounter with her child's father, and the end result was not so nice. So we ought to be careful and we ought to be mindful of what we are passing on to people, passing on to the people that we say we love. Because there are cases where people contract things that can't be cured. Can't be cured because of our careless practices and our unhygienic practices. So we get intimate with people and we don't use any protection. Sometimes we have John, Jerry, and Tom, and sometimes we have Lisa, Anna, and we have Simone, and we operate just the same with everyone. So you move from this one to that one to that one in the same manner, and you don't think about what the trail that you are creating and what you might carry from one to the other and pass on, and then the cycle continues because you pass it on. Sometimes those people also have encounter with other people, so you watch the cycle and you watch the circle grow larger and larger, because from one to the other and then it spread and it kept on going, or we keep going and we keep going. So we ought to understand what is important and just to be considerate of the other people that are around you. Because I have known where people actually fainted because of other people's hygiene and they are stuck in the little cubicle with this person. No, that cannot be a pleasant encounter, especially if you have a 9 to 5 where you are in close proximity to this person for all of that time. You understand? And I have known to where people detect certain things as it relates to the IG not being properly practiced, and the end result is a scent or stench, whatever you want to call it, unpleasantness. And instead of going to the person, they sit around and they talk and they laugh and they behave in certain manner. That's a no-no. Call a person quietly and say, some people are not brave enough. Write a little note or find a way to let this person know without all the fanfare and all the spectators. Because some of us like to put down people and some of us like to embarrass people. There's no need for that. Find a nice, decent way to say to the person that, okay, you are aware of the fact that something is not right, so I'm asking you to go and check it out. You understand me? Some people right now, I've been in position where I know that the person is certain kind of person and the person is loud. So what I did was write a little note and just quickly pass it to the person, and the person thanked me several occasions, which I say, okay, you can stop now, there's no need for that. And there are people who I actually call and just tell them, because I'm not going to sit with somebody else and just, especially if we are in the same organization, the same company, or the same space, I don't see why we need to sit around and just brag and talk and make fun of the person when you can help the person to help him or herself by saying something. Not joining with others and be an hypocrite, but to say something that will alert this person. Because Um, Surprisingly, you approach some people and they said that no, no, it could never be. As if they are so unaware, which might be a puzzle to some, but I've seen it more than once. And some people do take offense when they are told that you need to check yourself. You understand? So for different people, it might be different things. I've known to where people on medication um, experience certain things because of the medication that is supposed to help them change up the whole body system, change up the whole um, odor, because all of us have a personal odor, and that does not mean that I am talking about an unpleasant odor. We you know what I'm saying. And I've known where people on medication just start experiencing certain things and could not understand why until when they finally figured it out with the doctor that the medications were the cause. So for different people, it's different things. So we can't sit down either and assume that we know why this person is experiencing what they're experiencing, because no, it's not one thing across the board. And people have issue not because everybody who experience certain thing is unhygienic or have unhygienic practices. No, there are different reasons that will contribute to people experiencing such. So for us, the onlooker, or for us, the person who realize that the other individual is experiencing something, we can't sit back and judge and just think that we know why, and we label everybody as nasty and all of that. We can't do that because, as I said before, there are different issues that will relate in the same. So we have to be mindful and just be tactful in how we approach situation like that. And we are our brothers and sisters keeper. So look out for your brother and look out for your sister. If you recognize there's something, don't sit with others and talk and laugh and ridicule the person. Find a way to give your brother or your sister a heads up. Find a way to let them be aware that something is wrong. Find a way to let them know and understand that there are options. Because what I also discovered is that when some people discover that something is wrong, especially when it comes to a certain part, private parts, they tend to lock in themselves and they are embarrassed and they don't want to go to the doctor. So they'll have that for quite a period of time, which even makes it worse. Because I've seen people who say, oh, but I can't go to the doctor for that. And I don't want the doctor to see me like that. I don't want the doctor to think that I am nasty, I am this, or I am careless. Newsflash, you're not the only person the doctor encounters with that. I guarantee you, the doctor have seen other patients who have issues like yours and even worse than yours. So if you find yourself in a situation like that, don't hesitate. Find a doctor, find the right doctor, get yourself sorted out. If it's a simpler issue where you need soap and rag has never killed anybody yet that I know of personally. I don't know if any of you know, but I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. I've never heard of it. So we can use it and use it more often. Um, when you see people early morning and you can look in their face and realize that, okay, they didn't even bother to wash the face or even use their hands, or some people and remove the waste from the eyes, and you're out there in public, you open your mouth and you start talking and everybody is aware that you did not touch that toothpaste and that toothbrush. We can do better. And as friends, if you detect something is wrong with your friend, tell your friend. Don't remain silent and don't be an hypocrite. Why would you pretend that you don't know, or you did not see, or you did not smell? Tell your friend. A good friend does that. That's what you're there for, to catch your sister up when um he or she falls or miss something. That's what you're there for when your brother misses something. Catch him up. So don't just sit back and pretend, and then sometimes you go home and you say to your husband, boy, I can't believe say Sash smell like that, and I can't believe say Sash look like that. You can see the dirt in Sash here. You come on, tell Sash. There was once a man when I was going to high school who they say did not get a shower in several years. And when he comes to the roadway, and for those who were brave enough to start a conversation with him, and they would say to him, okay, this is the reason why you should bathe. This is the reason why you should wash your hair. This is that. If you give that man 10 reasons why he should practice proper hygiene, why he should bathe, why he should wash his face, why he should brush his teeth, he would give you 20 reasons why he must not, or why he should not. So it would be surprising some of the stories that you hear people speak about. One woman said that people talk about germs, heat killing germs. So she don't see any reason why she couldn't use her dishwasher with hot water to wash certain garments that she uses, because the hot water should take care of the germs. Now I know, especially certain people from the Caribbean, and so we would flip when we hear things like that. But for different people, different things are okay. So we'll have people, um, for some of us growing up, if we do have a kitchen sink, you never play and you don't leave dirty dishes in the kitchen sink, much less to do other things in the kitchen sink. But you will see people put in the baby when the baby messed up, number one, number two, whatever it is. Put that baby in that kitchen sink right there and give that baby a shower. You'll see people who have stomach issue and want to do and bring up back whatever, and they'll head right to the kitchen sink. I know for me, I could not try that with my mom, even if it had come to my mind. If it had came to my mind, I could not, because that's a no. You don't play like that. Nonetheless, it's okay for some, and for some of us, just the thought of it have our stomach churning. And for some of us, we literally cringe when you hear people speak about that. So you have people, for different people, different standards when it comes to hygiene. But all in all, we ought to take better care of ourselves. And we ought to not just consider ourselves, but consider the other people who are around us. Because in everything we do, there's no man that is an island. You always want something from somebody, some assistant, and you don't stay by yourself. You need something somewhere. So it's only fitting that you'll consider the other person. Consider the person. So when you come to work and you know somebody sitting beside you, if you don't feel like being for yourself, at least do it for the other person. Do it because you know the other person is going to you know the person is easily turned off, the person gets easily upset in the stomach. So do it for the other person. Do it for your child who you want to hug every minute and you want to hug you. Do it for the child that you're going to put in front of your lap and you're going to sit and spread yourself and allow her to be comfortable. do it for that child. So whatever is there that is unpleasant won't trouble that child. So in everything we do, we ought to consider the other person as well. You understand me? You have a partner. Do it for the partner then if you don't want to do it for yourself. Come on. There's a saying where you say, cleanliness is godliness. Do what you must with that saying. But we can do better. We can do better, and it is a cause for concern. Some people say we like to impose our hygiene standards as Jamaicans on people because we want to hold them accountable for the standard, just the standards that we grew up with. What do you say? What are your take? What are your thoughts? Please share.